At ABC, we are committed to becoming more globally focused on the Great Commission. We are called to make disciples in our church and abroad. Jesus commissioned the church to take the gospel to our city and to the ends of the earth. One day, every nation, tribe, and language will confess that Jesus is Lord. We have sought out ministries, organizations, and movements where God is already at work and have joined Him to see the gospel taken to the least reached people on the planet. We invest in Indigenous leadership training, believing that in many cases, only those who are native in culture and language will be able to reach their communities with the gospel. We invest in church planting efforts in the least reached parts of the globe, believing that only the church will invest in the church. We invest in global missionaries who are supporting leadership training and church planting efforts, believing that it takes an army to accomplish the work and there are many parts to the one body with a diversity of gifts working together to accomplish the goal. Atascadero Bible Church is one small member of the global church, the capital C Church. We truly are one body of believers. If one part suffers, every part suffers with it. If one part is honored, every part rejoices with it. Around the world, more than 340 million Christians live in places where they experience high levels of persecution just for following Jesus. That is 1 in 8 believers worldwide. 40% of the world's population have no indigenous community of believing Christians. There are 6,700 unreached people groups in the world today. There are 1,800 languages without a legitimate Bible translation. 60% of the world's population are considered oral learners and do not have the same literary access to biblical text as the Western and developed populations do. Americans' urban cities have seen a 50% increase in immigrant and ethnically diverse population growth. There are many unreached people groups moving right next door to us in our urban cities. We partner with the Freedom Initiative Church Planting Group out of Kansas City, who is planting churches inside prison walls with the incarcerated and launching churches in inner city communities by discipling returning citizens to reach and shepherd these communities. We partner with Life Water International, working in Cambodia, Ethiopia, and Tanzania. Life Water is bringing clean water and sanitation to rural villages and starting house churches in each of these rural communities as they seek to provide human dignity to the most marginalized people in the world. We partner with the Mighty Oaks Warrior Program, who is working to raise up leaders amongst our veterans, first responders, and active duty military who are struggling with PTSD. We are investing in leadership training for the Mighty Oaks programs in California, Ohio, Texas, and Virginia. And we are partnering with missionaries who are writing curriculum, participating in translation efforts, caring for missionary kids, providing administrative leadership, videography training, and agricultural development in Eastern Europe, Southeast Asia, East Africa, and Eastern Europe. Together, we are becoming globally focused on the Great Commission and partnering in the mission of the church, both here and abroad. God has a plan to redeem the world and to grow His kingdom. His plan is the church.